Hey guys, welcome to the super flower full blood moon in Sagittarius. Lunar eclipse. Total lunar eclipse. Guys, total lunar eclipse. Full blood moon. Total lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, full blood moon expansion. Lit. As Pisces entered, as Jupiter entered Pisces, our luck has changed because that planet is helping us to face reality and expand with what's natural. The positive charge is working with the negative, the matter, the feminine, and the child, the divine, in order to restore connection with the energy, the masculine, and expand. It's connection to the dawns of time, Mesopotamia, the cradle of life. And what is happening here? Guys, we're getting to our truths. And we're getting to the truth. The new is here. We're creating it. It's connected to us. So we're gonna be cracked open. We are being cracked open right now. This is the time we're in. And we're going to water our garden. This is connected to nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. And this is where we access those 13 spheres of knowledge to expand the matter with the energy, the masculine, and untwist it. But it has to do with the center, the inner child, and the restoration to innocence, the restoration to truth. And it's connected to ego sublimination and all this work we've been doing. And guys, stay tuned. There will be a special done on this with all these other, there's so many messages, and they will come out all in the order in which they're supposed to come out, because that's how it works. But we need to do this because we're connecting to the divine matrix. And this is connecting to what's natural. It's where we leave this artificial matrix, this hack, this toxicity, this overabundance of toxicity that's been created here, this blip, and we connect to the divine matrix. And it's connected to the galactic mushroom and life. And we know mushrooms are extremely intelligent, and this has to do with fungus, the flora, microorganisms being a part of this divine matrix. And you can see this play out right now. Look, we're even trying to battle viruses with antivirus medication. And yes, it's honoring that, you know, we want to heal, we want to expand, we want to do better. But we're separating ourselves from the flora. We're separating ourselves from something that's part of this space and place. We also have to honor the earth. We can't keep expanding and expanding and expanding with the masculine and expanding till no end, because we can't deal with the sadness. We can't deal with our balance of our species. We can't deal with that. But guys, we're just as equal as everything else that's on this planet. And we don't have any right to continue to destroy it just because we can't deal with the negative. We can't deal with the sadness. We can't deal with the ending to begin again. If you see it, and we see this play out, it's like any other species that comes to extinction. I mean, it's sad. Many of us empaths and animal lovers, I mean, that's why we want to leave this place. It creates a lot of hate for us that we have to heal from here in our hearts. And that's what many of us are doing right now in order to get back to nature and create anew. But this is it. This is understanding that we have distorted the balance to complete. Like, we're in a time of destruction. We will go extinct. And this is also honoring that we've also manipulated this flora, these viruses, honoring that manipulation and the fact that we're going back to what's natural. We're going to stop doing these things. We're going to stop playing God. And yeah, I know this, like, this is negative stuff that we meet here to talk about, right? And I know, you know, we don't have 20,000 subscribers. We don't have 50,000 subscribers. We're not sitting there doing, you know, pick a card as to, you know, I guess I don't want to be lower vibrational right now. I don't want to pick fun of anything because you need all of it. Okay, look, you need all of it. You need those videos, right? Because we need to be in that energy sometimes. We just need to be lighter. We, you know, we're just having fun. We're being creative in that space. But we can't just always be in those spaces of what's happy. We can't always just be in the happiness. We can't always just be in the positive. This is about being able to go in the negative and create with a positive charge, create with a gratitude, create with the masculine, create with the energy. But right now we're honoring it through inaction. It's through surrender. It's through inaction. It's not through movement. It's through honoring the feminine and the inner child, the children. And yes, it's all connected. It's being able to connect it all. It's being able to connect everything and put it all in the all and see all the connections and not argue about how things are not connected. We've wasted a lot of time arguing there. So how are we connecting to the divine matrix? Is through compassion, and it's happening from within. This is all happening from within. And we are now in a time of completion. We're closing the door. We're going to close the door, but a new one will open. And it's connected to movement towards adventure. We're moving towards adventure right now. We're in our Merkaba. That's why we're creating our alignment, because it's time for us to go. Because we're in a time of repair and forgiveness. And we're doing this within. We're repairing within. This is repairing within. And it's connected to working with our light body. We need to repair within, and we need to repair and connect to our truth within. Because it's connected to our light body, and it's also connected to the nourishment of our body. Guys, how we treat our body matters. The patterning that we are creating with our body, it matters. This has to do with our pineal gland, our endocrine system, and amping up our light body, our third eye activations, and having our chakras lit, our energy at the max. It's go time. We're going to levitate. Look, this is about a recalibration to the earth star, to the earth, in order to levitate and expand. And this has to do with the creation of new earth and what we're doing. And we need our alignment. We need our Merkaba. But we're creating this. We're creating this all through the energy of the opposites, through what's not right. But the way that it really works, if we want to fine tune it out, is through it all. What does feel good, what doesn't feel good, what kind of feel, it's everything. We're doing this with everything. We don't need to separate everything all the time. We need to be able to put it all in the void and create with it. Or start, you starting with, nothing in that void and allowing yourself to create with it. However which way you want to look at it. But it has to do with creation and the expansion of our life. And look, there is where we are going to apply those 13 spheres of knowledge and expand them. And it has to do with as above, so below. We're building our heaven on earth now. We're not waiting. We're not waiting for our next life. We're doing it now. And we're going to fly free with the element of air. We're going to fly free with the element of truth. We're going to expand, and just bear with me, guys. We're going to expand off this message further here. But it's connected to working with our solar plexus. Create the creation of that positive tetrahedron to join with the negative and expand. Expand through self, with self. And that has to do right now with the vanishing mirror. What's happening here and how's that mirror vanishing? It has to do with what's being activated. Radical truth. Radical truth of the masculine and feminine. And a metamorphosis connected to Scorpio and the Lord of the Underworld. We're going to find the center because we're going somewhere. We're going to have a metamorphosis. We need to face the negative here and have a death to expand with the positive. And it has to do with the surrender. Okay? Let me get this one right. Has to do with the surrender. Remember, we're joining the negative and positive tetrahedrons. We're in an action to understand how, because we're having our whether we're giving our energy away or we're allowing it to be stolen from us. So this is where the levitation begins. We're down here. We're down here. We're going to face our death here with the Lord of the Underworld. We took a dip. We're actually facing death. We're facing death patterns. We're facing death patterns in order to put the love there, in order to remove the fear there, in order to evolve the species there, because this is where a lot of it is out of whack. It's out of this is how we continue the hack, by staying here, by continuing to allow the hack to ruin our lives, the toxicity to ruin our lives. So we switch to the 13 spheres of knowledge and the masculine here. We have the feminine, the Queen of Wands, and we have the masculine, the fire. We understand that we have created our alignment here by our connection to the Ace of Shells, the proper patterning, by finding the center. This Fibonacci sequence and spiral is in balance. It's not out of whack, because we found the center, and that's connected to the inner child and the children. So there's a truth here that we're going to be revealing, and it's of positive and negative, okay? It's of the dark, it's of the light, it's balanced, it's whole. The truth is whole, it's a whole truth. And it's going to allow us to have our recalibration and levitate. And we will be gifted here. We will be gifted for the work we're doing. This is manifestation. So remember, we're working. This is about the 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles shift. Well, look, from the 8 to the 9, we're expanding. We expand through the earth. And we are shown how to put down our burdens and how to just keep going with our flame, with our spirit, with our joy, with our energy, with our light, with the masculine. And that's the connection to the restoration of innocence, the feminine and the child. From the heavens to the earth, through us we shall expand, and we do so with spirit. There's the Ace of Cups, and we're gifted our truth. We're working with spirit here. We're gifted access to patterns of our expansion that have to do with our truth of how we're expanding. We activate with these, and we begin levitation. But in order to create this, remember, it's the inaction, in the surrender. With that Ace of Swords to see what we need to see, and the 4 of Swords to heal from the heartbreak. And it has to do with a reinvestment in the earth. There's the recalibration with the earth, because we're going to get in service with the earth. And it has to do with our purpose. Being in service with the earth has to do with our purpose, and it's connected to our 2 of Cups and healing with our 8 of Cups challenge here, and the new patterning we came to create with. But this is the thing, guys, we have to have an ending. We have to have an ending, because we're going somewhere with the King of Cups, and this is connected to Scorpio, okay? And this is where we activate our truths. We need that death. We need the metamorphosis, because where is it? This is what's being activated here. We're going to go from here to here. This is the activation. This is what they're sharing with me. But it has to do with the ending to begin again. Of this levitation. Okay? It's levitation. Now, we've broken it down even further. Let's expand off that. And then we're going to expand off that.